Welcome to the Golden State Mercedes-Benz Car Club podcast, where we talk about why you need to drive your car the way it was designed to be driven.
Hey everyone, welcome to the Golden State MB Car Club podcast, the podcast where we dive into the stories behind the passion for performance, precision, and the lifestyle that surrounds the Mercedes-Benz brand. I'm the man, the myth, the legend, Chris.
And I'm Donald, CEO, President of Golden State MB Car Club.
So let's talk about the beast that started it all, the S65 AMG. This car, man, it debuted back in 2006, and it just blew people's minds, you know? I mean, 612 horsepower, 738 pound-feet of torque in a luxury sedan? That's nuts. 0 to 100 kilometers an hour in what, 4.4 seconds? That's insane for a car that size.
It really is. And back then, those numbers redefined what a luxury sedan could do. You've got a V12 bi-turbo engine with engineering so precise, it felt more like an art form. The crankshaft alone, precision balanced to, well, perfection, was a testament to its pedigree. And let's not forget the oil spray cooling system. It wasn't just cooling, it was optimizing performance under any condition. The amount of thought that went into this engine was just incredible.
Exactly, and that's what set it apart. This wasn't just about luxury anymore, it was speed, power,
And control.
Right, control. This wasn't just throwing a big engine into a car hoping it'd perform. They engineered every bit of it to work together perfectly. You could push it to the limit and it'd respond like it was barely breaking a sweat. It's wild to think this thing still had an electronically limited top speed of 155 miles per hour. That's luxury meeting adrenaline right there.
It is, and I'd argue that it wasn't just a car, it was a statement. Mercedes was saying, we can do luxury, and we can do it with unmatched performance. That's the essence of the S65 AMG. Look, this thing could glide down the Autobahn at 200 kilometers an hour like it was cruising down a city street. No stress, no strain. Just effortless power and refinement.
And the styling back then, clean, understated, but still aggressive enough with those lines. It was like, yeah, I'm a boss, but I don't need to shout about it. I love that vibe, you know?
Absolutely. And the V12 wasn't just powerful, it was smooth. That's what really made it special. You could be flying down the highway, and the engine wouldn't roar. It would purr. Oh, and speaking of those advanced components, the forged pistons.
Oh yeah, those. I read they were built to handle, crazy temperatures and pressure.
Exactly. Pair those with that optimized cooling system, and you've got an engine that felt over-engineered in the best way possible. Mercedes wasn't cutting corners, they were building an icon. And, well, they succeeded.
Totally nailed it. This wasn't just a car, this was the birth of a legend, period.
And that's what laid the foundation for what came next. With the 2009 updates, Mercedes knew they were building on a legend, and it showed. That arrow-shaped grille with the twin chrome louvers, instantly recognizable. But it wasn't just about looking good. It had function too, improving airflow to that monstrous V12 engine.
And those LED daytime running lights. AMG specific, right? It gave the car this futuristic edge, plus those extra air outlets made it look meaner, like it was ready to eat the road alive.
Exactly. And don't forget the torque vectoring brake system. They introduced that to tighten up cornering. It was this clever bit of engineering that used the brakes on the inner rear wheel to stabilize the car during turns. Really improved handling for something that size and weight.
Man, handling on a land yacht? That's wild. Oh, and the direct steer system. That gave it a variable steering ratio, right? So just cruising or hitting the corners hard, you always had, precise control.
Yep. And that attention to detail extended to safety too. The attention assist for drowsiness detection was ahead of its time. It picked up on subtle cues, like steering patterns, to alert drivers if they were losing focus. And let's not forget the adaptive high beam assist. That was a game changer for nighttime driving.
Mercedes kind of had this knack for pushing boundaries. But okay, we got to talk about the 2014 model now because...
Because that's when they cranked it up another notch, right?
Exactly. 630 horsepower, bro. Same V12, just more insane. And they ditched the outdated 5-speed for a 7-speed AMG speed shift plus 7G Tronic. Boosted efficiency and performance in one move. Genius.
It really was. And the magic body control with road surface scan? That was cutting edge. They used stereo cameras to basically scan the road ahead, spotting imperfections and adjusting the suspension in real time. The ride was so smooth, it felt like floating.
Dude, imagine cruising on that setup. Like, you're going 200 clicks, and it reacts before you even feel a bump. That's next-level stuff.
It was transformative. And don't forget the head-up display. They projected key details like speed and navigation right onto the windshield. No distractions, just pure focus on the road ahead.
Man, this car didn't just keep up with the times. It set the standard. Every update felt like a statement, like, yeah, we're still ahead of the game.
Absolutely. The 2014 S65 AMG wasn't just a car, it was technology and luxury redefined, but
all good things eventually got to change, huh?
And then came 2019, the end of an era. Mercedes made the difficult decision to bid farewell to the S65 AMG, this pinnacle of luxury and performance. It marked the close of a chapter that was as groundbreaking as it was unforgettable.
Yeah, no way it was easy, man. This car was like the poster child for the pinnacle of engineering and power. And then boom, they're like, okay, this is the end.
Right. But they didn't just let it fade away silently. They marked the occasion with the S65 Final Edition, which, honestly, was a fitting tribute. It had those unique design touches, special badges, even exclusive finishes, making it, unforgettable.
For sure. That Final Edition was like an encore after a killer performance. It had this vibe like, hey, I'm out, but y'all better remember me. And no one's forgetting this beast.
And while it was sad to see the V12 go in the sedan, we've got to acknowledge the reasons behind it. Emission standards were tightening, fuel efficiency was becoming more critical, and, well, times were changing. Even AMG had to shift gears and move towards the twin-turbo 4.0-liter V8 engine for their future models.
Yeah, I mean, that twin-turbo V8 is killer too. Like, it's still crazy powerful, but it's got that whole eco-friendly efficiency thing going on. It's like the best of both worlds.
Exactly. AMG managed to maintain performance while adapting to a new era. That balance between sheer power and environmental responsibility is the future of the automotive world.
But let's be real. The S65 AMG still hits different. Like, it's the OG when it comes to blending insane performance with pure luxury.
Oh, absolutely. Over its production run, the S65 AMG didn't just set standards. It wrote the playbook for what luxury performance could be. The precision engineering, the smooth, powerful V12, the cutting-edge tech. It all came together as a masterpiece.
Yeah, it wasn't just a car. It was like a statement piece. It said, luxury doesn't have to mean boring, right? The way it owned the Autobahn, the way it made you feel when you were behind the wheel, it's just unmatched.
And that's the legacy it leaves behind. The S65 AMG wasn't just about specs and performance. It was about creating an experience, a connection between driver and machine. It's one of those cars that'll always be remembered as a symbol of excellence.
For sure, man. And hey, hats off to Mercedes for doing it right, celebrating the S65 AMG with that final edition and showing the world what luxury performance engineering is all about.
Yeah, and now, looking ahead, I'm excited to see where AMG takes things. They've proven they can evolve without losing their identity.
Same here, but man, I gotta say, talking about the S65 has been a trip. What a legacy, right?
Absolutely. And on that note, that's all for today, folks. It's been great diving into this piece of automotive history.
Catch you all next time. Keep the pedal to the metal.
Donald, it really has. And to everyone out there, if you enjoyed this story, subscribe and leave us a review.
And if you've got a Mercedes-Benz story of your own, we want to hear it. Until next time.
Drive with purpose, live the legacy, and enjoy the journey.
This is Driven by Legacy.
Welcome to the Golden State Mercedes-Benz Car Club podcast, where we talk about why you need to drive your car the way it was designed to be driven.